Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. I'm brushing my hair. I've been working all night, or all day, I should say. So I gotta brush out the knots. I just came on here real quick. Hey, Elderberry. I just wanted to come on here real quick. Hopefully, you can hear me. I don't know. I can check. Let me check if you can hear me. I don't expect anybody to show up because fuck me, right? Fuck me. So let me just check and see if you can hear me. Boop-a-doo-boo. Hey, big boy. Good to see you. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know. You should be able to hear me. Okay, good. All right, cool. So I just wanted to come in and say hi and kind of give an update of what's been going on. So I recently had a surgery, and I got it on my wrist. See if I can show you a picture, because I've shared on a couple other people's lives, but I haven't shared it on my live. So sorry, my hair's really knotted up. I'm trying to get the knots out. So I had a surgery on my hand, and this is what it looked like. So a nice good scar. And that was because I had a ganglion cyst in my wrist for about 15 years. And this is what it looked like. See that big bump? Yeah, that's a ganglion cyst. And that's from just like trauma in the wrist joint. That just happens. It just creates a little tear in your joint. And it could be from push-ups, planks, working out, because I've been a personal trainer forever. I've worked out forever. And so, yeah, so I got that on my wrist. I've had it for 15 years. It was never big enough for them to take out. And then it just exploded, and it got to that size. And they were like, yeah, we can take it out now. So now it's healing. And that's what I've got so far. It's still pretty stiff. I can't move it much past that. So so this is my other hand, and then this is this hand. So I still don't have much mobility in it, which sucks. But I've been, just stretching it and trying to get it back. It's been almost 3 weeks. It's been about 2.5 weeks. And they put me to sleep and all that and took it out. Big Boy said, I know of another girl that had something similar. They mention from computer as well? I don't think it was it because I've worked out since I was 16, even younger. And so I think it's just from working out, pushing myself, because I have a very high pain tolerance, and it just happened, but it's gone. So I have no more cyst, but I still have a scar, and I can't move my hand much. So yeah, my doctor said you have to stretch it all the time, because if you come back to me in 3 months and say my wrist is stiff, then you're fucked, basically, is what he said. So yeah, so I've just been trying. I started working my new job 5 days after the surgery. Actually, no, 7 days after the surgery, because the doctor said you need 5 days and you can go back to work. And I was like, are you serious? That's insane. And but I did. So I started my job because I didn't want to lose my position. And it's been good. My new job's great. I like everybody there. all the people are really nice so far. Um, I've worked at so many jobs that were so stressful and just so much worse. So I'm really grateful for having a good, just a positive job. Slightly slanted sleuth. Hi, Steve. Stopping in to say hi. My phone is dead, so I am fading. Much love to you all. Thank you. It's good to see you, and I'm happy that you stopped in and you have a good evening, and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. And for anybody who celebrates Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I actually had a little issue with my brother on Friday. So I stayed at a friend's house till Tuesday, and then Thanksgiving happened. So I wasn't really in the mood to celebrate Thanksgiving. So I just did my chores and rested. So that's all I did. But yeah, it's this is the second time that me and my brother got into a physical altercation. And the first time was about 13 years ago. And I wasn't sure if I should talk about it or not. I'll talk about it a little bit, but he's right in the other room. So, but who gives a fuck, right? So, yeah. So he threatened to give me another scar. So if you can see, this indentation right here is a scar. That's a scar from him. And in my lip, I had 8 stitches. My lip was split open because of him. So we got into another altercation. He threatened to do it again, and I was in his face. So, oopity oo, I was in his face, so I guess I deserved it, right? And so I was in his face saying, "Give me another scar, I dare you. Give me another scar." And he got up and he tried to tackle me on the ground. And luckily, I'm strong, and I put him on the ground. And we were grappling for a while on the grass in the front yard. It's all on. I have a video, but I can't show you guys because my channel will get taken down for violence. But so I defended myself, and that's where we're at right now. So I'm at home again after a few days. I stayed at a friend's house. Hey, Anton, I see you, buddy. You're more than willing to come on if you want. Anybody can come on and chat with me if you want. Just let me know and I'll drop the link. If not, that's fine too. But it's just really annoying to be trying my hardest to be calm and just I'm the only person that does anything around here. We have a big house. We have a 2-story house with a giant backyard and a big front yard. I'm the only one that does all of the heavy lifting around here. And it's really frustrating to have, my younger brother who's 30, physically attack me, and then I fight and I win. And then, I wouldn't say that I'm made out to be the bad guy, because, anybody who knows me knows I'm not the bad guy, but it's still very frustrating to it's like every holiday this happens for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. And it's not me, it's that motherfucker over there in the next room. So it's I don't want to live in a hostile environment, even at work. Like it's not legal to, at least here in the United States, to be in a hostile environment where you're afraid for your well-being. And I'm kind of have to deal with that on a regular basis at my house. And so it's just really fucking annoying. But everything's been okay, besides some broken doors and stuff like that from my brother breaking shit. But anyway, so I'll move past that. But yeah, so my hand is better. At least it's getting better. I still don't have much mobilization in it, but I'm getting there. I have I'll show you. So this was like 50, I think it was like 40 or $50. And this one is this brand. And it is a muscle stimulator. So it has this little gadget here. And then you can stick these on. You can put these anywhere on your body. So if you have a sore back, sore legs, sore knees, sore feet, whatever. It comes with a bunch of different little ports here. And you stick these. And it has a guidebook too, which is cool. I should be paid, to advertise this. This is not a paid advertisement. I wish it was, but it's not. It does work though. So this is a user manual, and it gives you can get this from different brands. It doesn't have to be this brand. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So this has a big chart, and whatever's hurting, you just pick out what's hurting, and then it tells you where to stick the probes on your body so that it'll help heal, So I've been doing that on my hand. It actually makes it really inflamed though, but I think that's kind of a natural process of the healing. So I'll do that and then I'll ice it. But the scar looks pretty good considering it's only been 2.5 weeks. Thursday, it'll be 3 weeks. What day are we on? We're on Saturday. So yeah, Thursday will be 3 weeks. So it's looking pretty good. My nurse, I went in there to get the stitches out. And yes, let's see. Sorry. Big Boy said, hold on. Sorry. I just inhaled my spit. Okay. Big Boy said, oh, yes, I have a couple of them. Tons of electrodes and 9V batteries. Those STEMS machines are amazing. Yeah, they're great. And yeah, so the nurse, when I got my, hi, Elderberry, when I got my stitches removed, he was like, you must eat a lot of meat. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you must eat a lot of meat. And I go, no, I actually haven't eaten meat for 13 years, 12, 13 years. I still take supplements and eat eggs and fish. So I still have meat. Like technically I eat fish. But I haven't eaten animals for about, 12, 13 years. And he was looking at me all crazy. And I was like, well, why do you ask? He's like, because you're healing like really fast. I'm like, yeah, my body just heals pretty fast, but I take supplements and drink my protein shakes and eat eggs and stuff like that and try to get enough sleep. I'm like a 10 to 12 hour sleeper. So I try to get as much sleep as I can. So that helps heal. And then also just trying not to stress. And I've been very stressed out since Friday, right? Since that whole incident happened. Very unfortunate. And typically I would have called the authorities, but I have a nephew that if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to see him. So he got his one get out of free jail card, because if that happens again, I'm going to make his life miserable. So, hopefully he doesn't ever fucking do that again, but we'll see. But anyways, yeah, these are fantastic. They come in different sizes. So depending on like if it's on your joint, you never want to put these on your bone, but put it on the muscles around the bone. These ones are good for like your elbow or the side of your knee. And then they have little ones too. These little guys here. So you can actually put them on your hands and stuff, which is what I've been doing. And I'm going to do it right now, actually. So I'll do it. Hi, Harley. It's good to see you. It's been a long time since I've gone live, and I wanted to come and say hi. So it's really good to see you, Harley. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen all of you. And I know, like, I have my own audience and my own people who enjoy hanging out with me, and I really enjoy you guys too. And, some of you I don't see on other channels. So it's really nice to like come on here and actually see you guys. I appreciate you so much. So yeah, so I'm going to put this one here on the cushy part of my hand by my thumb. And then this one, I don't know if I might put this one on the other side. So I was thinking maybe I'll put it on my scar, but I'm still kind of scared to. So, because it's so tender still, it's kind of raw, even though they said to massage it, which I have been doing. I've been trying to massage the scar tissue, so that, it doesn't get super stiff. But I just kind of want to put it right next here. Let me do it while looking at it, because I can't do it in the camera. It's too difficult. So I'll probably cross it like that, because it's not directly on my bone. There's still some tissue in here, and it's still really sensitive, but it's close to my scar right there. So I'll do it right there. And then the other day I put one of these long ones, which I liked. So I'm going to put this long one. These work really good. Like if you have neck pain, like lower back pain, any kind of pain, middle back pain, knee pain, anything, this really helps, because it's almost like getting a massage, because it tenses up your muscles and relaxes them, and tenses them and relaxes them. So it's similar to a massage, which is good. And then, obviously ice after. So last time I put it on my wrist, because it's so tense here where my wrist flexes. So I'll put it on the muscle. I don't want to put it right on the bone, but I will put it on the muscle. So I'll put that. So that's what it looks like right here. And then the last one, last time I put it, I can't remember. I think I put it on my flexor right here. I think this is the ulna. It's either ulna or radius. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've been in medical school. Harley definitely knows the muscle names because she's a nurse. But yeah, so I'm going to just put it on that thick muscle right here, right below my elbow, right there. And last time I did it, it kind of hurt from here and on my wrist. It hurt, but in a good way. So you just kind of have to know your body and what is a good pain and what's not a good pain, And the cool thing about these is this one has four electrodes, but then I have 2 extra ones that just have 2. So you don't have to do all 4. You can just do 2 at a time if 4 is too much. But I'm going to do it all. And yeah, I'm going to sit here and talk to you guys while this goes on my hand, and I'll show you kind of like what it does. It kind of, when it stimulates and activates, it will make your muscles tense up to where it moves your hands or your toes. So I just click them on just like that. I look like I'm in a lab, just like that. And stick it into this little guy here. And it's cool because it has a little cord, so you just charge it up when it needs charging. And then I turn it on and I set the mode. I like number 2. You probably can't see it. Oh, here we go. You can kind of see it. So see, there's all these different modes on here. And I like 2 for this one. So you just kind of have to like be aware of what your body likes and just kind of tamper with it. And now I'm just going to turn it up. So I'm turning it up. You can't see that very well. So I'll turn it up right here. I'll show you what my hand does. This is kind of obvious what happens, but let me show you. So here's my hand. Now I'm going to turn it up. See? So this is normal. Sometimes it's a little too much. So just turn it down if you don't like it. And now I can stretch my fingers out again, you know? So sometimes it's like, okay, this is cool. I'll do this for 5 minutes and then my body will get used to it. And then I'll put it up a notch. But yeah, see my fingers going down and then I'll turn it up again. Yeah, see, so sometimes and my wrist is flexed, so that's a little much, right? So you just have to like be aware, like, okay, that's too much because my muscles are way too tense. You want to relax them. So yeah, just turn it down a little bit. If you ever get one of these, just and that's good for me. I want it to be a little tense. I want it to kind of, and that's a little too much too. Okay, that's good. So I'll just do that for a little bit until it gets more used to it, and then I'll turn it up. And that's it. Big Boy said, I always change up the channels too. On mine, you can do 2 electrodes per channel and it changes up the pulses. Yeah, me too. So this is another one. So if I wanted to, I could plug in 2 more and then have them, on different muscles according to the chart. I kind of do it because I'm pretty aware of anatomy. So like I'm aware of what muscles I need to, and I'm intuitive too, and a lot of us are. So if you're intuitive, you can go, okay, I think I need it here and here. But yeah, I can do another 2. So I can make it up to 6. But the good thing is for people who aren't very connected to their body, they can just look at the chart and they can figure out what to put where. But it's really good. So if you have a lot of muscle issues and tension, this is good. If you don't, have the money to spend on a masseuse every week, or if you just don't feel comfortable with people touching your body, this is a good alternative. And I suggest it. Excuse me. Let's see. The only drawback is I crank it up too high, almost making it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, for sure. Like, when like this is okay for now. Sometimes I want it a little higher, and then this is what happens. It's like I straightened out my finger, so that's good. If I can straighten out my finger naturally, cool. But if I can't, then it's probably too high. I've actually done it as kind of a silly test on myself, is like, let's see if how high I can go before I can't like actually straighten out my fingers. But see, like this, I can't straighten out my finger. This is only on level 3. This goes up to level 10. And I'm trying to, okay, so I can, but it's like, why? Yeah, no. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit. So it's just all about self-control, right? Trying not to be masochistic. Hi that way. It's good to see you. So yeah, so I don't know if you guys are like aware of what's been going on with the hip hop community and like Puff, what's his name? He's changed his name so many times. P. Diddy, Puffy Combs. He calls himself like something Love now. I don't know. But he's getting called out, and there's just, I think there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be coming to light, and I'm so here for it. I'm here for it. It's like finally these sickos are going to be going down, and even in our own families, in our own lives, like we're going to start seeing Brother Love. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, like now his name is Brother Love, even though he is a disgusting sicko who like traffics women, his girlfriends, and R's them, essays them. It's disgusting. Reverend P. Diddy. Oh my God, yeah. So that's happening, which is great because, like I just feel like, so this is too high. I have to turn it down. Ow. Okay. So I just feel like the scales, I was saying this earlier, is the scales on somebody else's channel. The scales, you know, it's okay to keep things at a neutral, right? Um, you know, of course, we live in this dualistic realm. So there's always going to be positive and negative things here, because that's kind of how it works here where we are. And, but when things start to go like this, and we're at negative energy and positive is way down here, things need to start shifting, you know, and they are. It's about time. It's about time. Let's see. Hi, True Seeker. Big Boy said, yeah, he's not a good person from what I gather. No, he's horrible. And you know what's interesting is I've watched some documentaries about like facial dynamics, like facial geometry, I guess you would say. And a lot of people who are like mass murderers, or, you know, just really bad people who are just yuck. They hurt people, basically. I'm just trying to watch my words, because I don't want to get my channel taken down, because you know how YouTube is. But a lot of these people have very narrow faces, so they'll have like a face like shaped like mine or shaped like yours or whatever, but their eyes are really close together, and their mouths, so they have this like little face, and that's what P. Diddy's face looks like. His is very narrow, and it's very akin to Hitler, you know. So like it's interesting. If anybody's interested in like doing like looking up that kind of stuff, look into the geometrical shapes of people's faces and what kind of personalities they have, because I've always noticed that about him. He's weird looking. He's ugly, and you know, it's like the ugliest people are not. I can't say for all, because not all ugly people. And I feel bad even for saying ugly, but he's an ugly person, so I'm just gonna say, you know, a lot of ugly people are really bad people in real life, you know, because they're just tormented. And I don't know if it's because they're ugly, or if it's I don't know. Life is so complicated that you know, we're all so complex that a lot of these types of things can correlate, you know, like the way our faces are, the way our hands are, our knuckles, all this stuff, you know. Chinese medicine, they look at your fingernails, they look at your knuckles, they look at your joints, they look at your eye color, your irises, all of that stuff. And all of it can determine what kind of person you are. Even as outlandish as it seems, it's true. And it's interesting, you know. And I'm just glad that it's finally starting to come out. And, you know, like our friend Alex, he's saying next year things are really going to be coming out, like when it comes to the children and what people who are very rich do to make their money or stay beautiful, things like that. Like all that stuff's going to start coming out, and I'm happy for it. Like, you know, even if it comes out, are they going to go to jail, you know, or are they just going to pay people off? So we'll see when it happens. Harley says, I haven't been much anywhere lately except for ghost hunting videos. Cool. Ghost hunting videos is how I came across the comic. He's trying to get himself canceled now. I can't remember what his name is at the moment, but he's like a really, I would say he's very handsome, but he's a white boy, which isn't my type. I'm not really into white guys, but he's like a chiseled jaw. Anybody who knows who I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. But how I came across him was ghost hunting videos. He was doing ghost hunting videos, and I was like, oh, he's a comic. And then I started listening to him. But I love listening to comic video, like even Red Bar. Are you familiar with Red Bar, Harley? he is the kind of person who he critiques every comic. So not that he's right all the time, but he really does critique all of their egotism. You know, he just, hi Pearl, it's good to see you. Pearl says, I did a Rod session on Facebook Live at 3 a.m. and the Rods say Diddy is guilty as a pedo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would do my rods right now and see what they say, but I have this electrodes on my hand, so I'm sure it'll probably affect the outcome. But oh yeah, all you got to do is look at the guy, you know. He's nasty. And you know, with all these deaths around him, it's like, how does some one person have all of these people die around him, you know, and guilty of killing Tupac and Biggie? Yeah, and everybody was blaming I was just listening to what the hell that guy, what's that guy's name? Suge Knight, I think that's his name, Suge Knight. I was listening to an interview with him. It was hard to hear him because he's in jail. He's in prison. He's got like a 28-year sentence, and he's not a good person by any means. But I was listening to him talk on a channel. It was called I think it was called, I'm looking on my history. Oh, here it is. It was called Breakbeat Media. And he's talking about Suge and Puff. So yeah, this is Suge Knight, right? What's up, Puff? Hey, whoa. And it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying, but it's interesting because I think he spills a lot of tea. I mean, what does he have to lose? He even said in the beginning of the call, he's done 4, I think. So look it up if you're interested. Pearl Jones, especially, because I know you're very interested in hip hop and all of these people like me. Breakbeat Media. I know there's a glare here, but yeah, Breakbeat Media. And it's episode 4. He has 4. So just, yeah, go check him out and listen and see what you think. I had a hard time figuring out what the hell he was saying because it's hard when you're in a jail in the prison. It's hard to understand what people are saying over the phone, you know? Yes, he did. I fully believe that. Pearl said Suge killed Eazy-E and Eazy-E is still pissed off. Oh yeah, because remember when Suge, for anybody who, you know, is a hip hop person or a rap person that from the early 2000s, late 90s, Suge did a late night show. I can't remember whose show it was, but it was a late night show, and he was like, yeah, anybody can die just from a little needle prick, something like that. And he, you know, he's like, yeah, it's pretty easy to just inject somebody with something, and next thing you know, they're dead. And that's what happened to Eazy-E. You know, all of a sudden he, you know, had HIV, and all of a sudden he was dead from pneumonia. And then Kim Porter, I think her last name's Porter, if I'm correct. She is Puffy's ex woman. I don't know if they were ever married, but they had 3 babies together, and she ended up dying of pneumonia. And if you're not, so I know I'm dropping a lot of names here, so you might want to get a pen and paper. But oh, you are subscribed to Breakbeat. Cool, Pearl. Yeah, I actually just came across them today, and I was like, oh damn. So I was trying to listen to it on my way home. So I still have some more listening to do, because I want to hear what he has to say. You know, what does he have to lose? You know. I forget what I was just, Kim Porter, what it was I said. Oh yeah. So there's this lady who, she's a medium, and if you're into listening, she does do like what would you say, Hollywood readings or famous people, things like that. Not just hip hop. She does it on like anybody famous, really. And she is really, really good. And her name is Sloan Bella. I'm not on my laptop, so I can't show you on my laptop, but I'll show you her channel here. But Sloan Bella is really, really good. And she called out, she did a reading on Kim Porter I think maybe a year ago. And then the last one she did was in July. So she's done 2. And she called out the date. So maybe let's see. I'll let you hear a little bit. Just got better. I'll let you hear a little bit. Hopefully you can hear it like this. It's just too much for me to set up my laptop and my camera and my microphone and all that. So sometimes it's just much easier for me to do it this way. Okay, so this is Sloan Bella. And I suggest you go and listen to her if you're interested. And she also does readings for people. They're very expensive. And it takes a long time to get an appointment with her because she's so booked up. But if you have the money and the time, and you need a reading from her, from a medium. November 15th of 2018 of some sort of bacteria. Let's see. I don't even have these time stamped.
For frequency control. I want complete frequency control of whoever. And it's not just Cassie. It's not just Kim Porter. It's so many other people. And by the way, in P. Diddy's case, the sodomy ritual, yes, the ritual that they use in order to conjure up energy, call it sexual magic, call it black magic, call it whatever you want, but they do that. Okay, so never think that it's crazy and people don't do it. It goes all the way back to Egyptian chimes. It goes all the way back before Jesus. It goes all the way back. They do all kinds of energetic. It seems stupid to us if you say, I'm going to sacrifice somebody. That seems dumb. It's like sacrifice them for what? But energetically, they're taking that energy. They are consuming that energy. When that happens, they get more energy. Now, what I'm seeing, and this is specifically coming from the energy of Kim, because I've been asking about it. She was actually, when I see her energy, okay, she's a strong, vibrant, articulate, even in spirit woman. And she wants her family to know she's okay. And she also wants people to know that this is not done. And that what's going to happen with P. Diddy over the next 4 years, it's a 4-year progression. So we're in almost 2024. So go to 2028 or thereabouts. What's going to happen to him is his vibration is moving this way and sideways, while the rest of the people are leveling up and to the opposite direction. So what she's showing me is that he will be forgotten about, which seems impossible because he's been all over the news like a crazy person, and he's very famous and very wealthy. Another thing that I'm being shown is that he doesn't own all his wealth. It's a weird thing to say. He's got allegedly $700 million, if not more. That's just like, I mean, that's went back into the mid-2000s when they guesstimated that. It's not his money I'm being shown. So when they tell you these people have that money, he cannot do what he wants with all that money. That's a trick. It's a trap. It doesn't exist. I'm being told it doesn't exist. That does not mean he doesn't have 13 homes, a bunch of nice-ass clothes, cars, Lamborghinis, women, tricks, every equipment. He is given those things with part of the money, but he doesn't have control over it all, and they are siphoning it for him right now. I'm seeing it like a milkshake, and there's a straw, and his wealth is being sucked. So by him agreeing to pay Cassie off, the others are coming behind until there's a complete and utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men, okay? 3. So there's going to be a takedown that comes in.
She's awesome. I suggest go watch her. Sloan Bella. Sorry, I just took a hit. SLOANBELLA. Go listen to her. She's great. She I don't think it was this one. I think it was the one. So this one was just done 5 days ago. There was one that was done in July of this year, 2023, and she named the November 15th that somebody was going to start talking. Somebody that was not friends with Kim Porter, but somebody who knew her. And she said November 15th is when things are going to start going down. And it was actually November 16th is when Cassie put out the lawsuit. And then 24 hours later, P. Diddy settled. So you wouldn't settle if you weren't guilty. You know, you're not going to put out a lawsuit against somebody if you don't have against somebody that powerful, if you don't have evidence. And so clearly she does have evidence against P. Diddy, and he settled within 24 hours. So it's wild. And yeah, I mean, if you can't get him arrested, which I don't understand why they don't make this a federal crime if he's trafficking women the way he did with Cassie and Kim, most likely, and other women. There's even a lady named Capricorn. I believe she was his assistant, and he brutally abused her as well. And he is just a gay, disgusted. He's like, okay, so I don't want to say like, okay, let me try to be correct, politically correct, and also like correct in my own ways of beliefs and stuff, because I don't give a fuck if anybody's gay. Like so many of my friends are gay or bisexual. That has nothing to do with it. It's more of a hiding it and keeping it a secret, which makes some of these people very angry. And so if they have to keep women as their beards, so to speak, it makes them more angry. And then also Satanists, this is ritualistic. You know, he knows how it works with sex magic. A lot of people in this industry do. Even you know, there's other people that like they're like I can't think of his name. Every time I go live I forget people's names. Aleister Crowley, he wrote a whole book on sex magic and how to use people and sodomize people and children and everything to create magic. So if you're on my channel, then you probably know that I believe in magic. I believe in all of the metaphysical things that are here. I'm not just somebody that goes to work, comes home, has a family, and just thinks that's all there is, and we live and then we die. No, I believe in manifestations, metaphysical beliefs, all of that. And so, you know, this kind of stuff exists, and you know, even if you don't believe it exists, other people do, and they will still do their spells and their magic the way they see fit to get what they want and get money in their pockets. And that's what these people do, you know. So it's freaky, but at the same time, it's been going on for so long that I like, for me so for people who are new to this kind of stuff, yes, it's very scary and it's freaky. For people who like me or other people that are aware of it and have been aware of it, it's a little easier for us to grasp, right? Because we've known about it for a while. That's all. It just takes time to kind of resonate with it. You know, it's not easy at first for anybody to start realizing what other people are doing in order to be greedy and to get the cars and mansions and the wealth and the limelights that they desire. Like it's just not, when you start to learn about this, if you're new to this stuff, it's going to be a little hard to grasp, and it's going to be a little uncomfortable, and it might cause a lot of stress and discomfort. But you will get past that. We all get past that. And there's a time where we have to start fighting and start acknowledging and using our light as a way to counteract the darkness. You know, just simply being aware is very important. You know, just simply acknowledging that this is going on and subconsciously or consciously saying, I do not consent. I do not, like, that's the first part, right? And then everybody has their own way of counteracting this kind of evil shit. But I think we're all just kind of going through this one day at a time and figuring it out one day at a time. The owls believe in you. I've been thinking about the owls lately. Yeah, they came back again twice after, I don't know when the last time you saw the owls, but that were here, but I went on Max Vision's channel and they were out there, and then 2 more times they came back. So I think that they were trying to tell me something. So because not shortly after I started, so I have a broken vertebrae in my neck, and I've had some rotator cuff injuries because I've always been one to work out really hard and work really hard. I'm very physical, and I feel like my pain receptors just are maybe not as sensitive as they should be, because I can really beat my body up. And so anyways, the reason why I say that is because I was prescribed just recently, because I don't like to take medicine, because one, they make you constipated, which is awful. Nobody wants to be constipated. And another reason is just because I don't like to take medicine. I just don't want, chemicals in my body. So I was prescribed just recently some painkiller or some muscle relaxers, and most of them went missing. And that's what started the whole fight with me and my brother, because he has been known to be, he has been an addict. He has had pancreatitis twice, been hospitalized twice because of addictions. Now he's sober, but now all of a sudden my pills are missing. And that's the reason why that started the whole argument with me and my brother that got physical. And I don't even know what my whole point to that was. They're akin to magic. They like your aura. Yes, I think so too. I think we're buddies. And when I go out there, I stand under the tree and I give them kisses. And you know what owls love is they're kind of like cats, right? I always think of them as flying cats, because to me, they look like big ass cats that fly. And we're talking about owls, right now. Put that up. And so what you do with cats or owls that I figured out is you blink really slowly and you look at them right in their eye. And then you do like one eye really slowly. And then you do the other eye really slowly. And then they'll do it back. And then that's their way of like respect, like I see you. If you ever come across an owl or even a cat, do it. You'll see they'll do it back at you. And it's a sign of respect. So they've been coming here for almost 4 years. So we've built a huge relationship. I feel, in my own egotistical mind. Hi, Goat. It's good to see you, James. It's good to see you. Long time no see. Harley said, I haven't watched Sloan in forever. She gets so off topic and rambles, but I like her. So yeah, I stopped watching her because she likes to do her lives, and which is cool. Like I love lives. She talks a lot of shit, and sometimes she's very judgmental about certain things, and certain things that she has mentioned, for my own ego, just got pissed. Like some like whatever. If I didn't have some kind of connection to what she was saying, I wouldn't care. But some of the stuff she says, and she's talking shit about things that are kind of related to me. And I'm like, I just had to stop watching her for a while, because I was like, fuck you, bitch. You know? But I understand. I mean, whatever. It's just my own ego and my own pride. But yeah, some of the stuff she said kind of made me mad. And she does go off topics. And I was just like, you know what? You're making me feel like a piece of shit. And I'm not. So fuck you, man. But she's still really, really good at what she does. So I cannot take that away from her, you know? She's awesome. She is awesome. She's just she's a Leo. And for all of you who are Leos or know who Leos are, we all know Leos can be a bit overbearing sometimes with their judgments because they think they're so perfect sometimes. But I think they're just more brave at speaking it out loud, you know. Leos are pretty good at speaking things out loud, and they don't give a F. They don't care. They're just like, this is how I feel. And I'm like that too. Like I can be very much like that too, but I try to be aware of people's feelings. But then there's times where there's something I have a very strong opinion about, but I still I'll still say it even though it can hurt someone's feelings. And then after I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I just don't care. Maybe I'm very strong in that opinion. And that's how she is. And that's how a lot of people are. So I just try to sometimes I just need to take a break. I'm like, all right, you kind of made me feel like I'm a piece of shit. So I'm going to go away for a while, but I always end up coming back because they're good. You know, when somebody's good, they're good. You know, there's no denying that. So I got to go wash my face. I got to go to work in the morning. I don't really know anything else to talk about at the moment. I just wanted to come and say hello and kind of just, you know, tell you what's going on. Yeah. Let me just sit here and think a little bit. Should I pull a card for all of us? I don't know. I haven't even smudged them. Maybe I shouldn't. I haven't cleansed my cards for a while. Let's see. Yeah, let's pull an oracle card. I was told to pull an oracle card. Let's see. Oracle card. Okay. Let's do a quick oracle or two. Sometimes I want to do readings on stuff that's going on, you know. I don't want to do it on wars or anything. Don't want to touch that. I'm so sick of all of us being manipulated and our money being taken by these tyrannical devils who call themselves the government. It's just, I don't even want to see it anymore, you know? Like back in the day, I would always be watching about the wars and what was going on. And now it's just like, I just see the bullshit, you know? You just see it. It's like, this has been going on nonstop for as long as our souls have been here. And it's so old. It's so old. And I think, you know, I think a lot of it's because I'm older and I've seen it so many times. And for the younger people, like, it's like, I don't even know what they're thinking. I can't even put myself in their spots, you know, because they're just now starting to see all this stuff. But they're also being influenced by social media and all of this. It's like social media has their agendas, you know, and they allow certain topics and they don't. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. Like, I'm surprised my channel hasn't been taken down yet by some of the stuff I talk about, you know, because sometimes I talk about heavy stuff and I know somebody who has had 4 of his videos taken down and he's very spiritual and chill. David Knoll. For all of you who know who David Knoll is, like, he's just this old man who just likes to talk about, you know, spirituality and life and just positivity. And he's had 4 of his channels 4 of his videos taken down. I haven't taken down any of mine, or nobody's taken down any of mine. Sorry, I'm getting tired. I just started working a couple weeks ago, so I'm starting to get, I haven't even worked out since I got surgery on my hand. So I'm still kind of like trying to get my equilibrium back, you know? I haven't pulled cards or done anything. I've just been working. But also drama going on and stuff too. Like that kind of threw me off as well. So let's get a couple oracle cards to end this. If you're just getting in, rewatch the video, I guess. I don't know if I even talked about anything interesting, but if I did, go back and watch. I don't know. You be the judge. So let's get some oracle cards to close this out. Okay. Esley. Hi, Esley. Esley says, we are all down to the bright light. Persephone. I don't know what that means. Oh, Persephone. The queen of hell's nickname was Phone. Interesting. Interesting. Which would mean some type of communication. Some kind of way of communicating with somebody, like through technology, is what I'm assuming. Let's get a good card for all of us. What am I doing? I am about to read some oracle cards and then get out of here. We've been here for almost an hour. So we have 4 oracle cards that flew out, okay? Let me just analyze them real quick. Okay. This is beautiful. Okay. All right. So first we have the elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So what we're going through, what we're experiencing, what we are seeing is obvious ancestral patterns, which a lot of us know that are in the spiritual community, is that a lot of this stuff is because it's in our DNA. It takes a lot of shadow work to get through these ancestral patterns. It takes shadow work. It's not just seeing and going, oh yeah, I see that, I see that. No, it's about changing ourselves and changing our own patterns. And so we're seeing a lot of people's trauma, ancestral trauma come out. Sometimes we don't even know where the pain's coming from. It's just happening. The pain, the anger, all of this stuff that's coming up, and we don't know where it's coming from. Well, it's because it's in our DNA. You know, when bloodlines, that's why bloodlines are so important, or it's so important to us, but also so important to these people who are very evil as well, right? Bloodlines, like why does the queen and the king and all of these people and certain, like why is Britney Spears related to the Bushes? You know what I mean? Like all the President Bushes, like, you know, why is she related to them? Why are all these people related to each other? Why is Marilyn Monroe related to Britney Spears, who's related to the Bushes? You know what I mean? Like this goes in all different ways with people. All kinds of people are related to each other. And why? Because it's bloodlines. So they want to keep some people want to keep their ancestral patterns intact, because a lot of that has to do with trauma, which keeps the mind control going, which keeps the money flowing, which keeps the magic powers going. Like it's this psychosis. Okay, so for us, we also have to recognize that there are ancestral patterns that are going on that we will continue to keep reliving if we do not start to do shadow work. And we're starting to see all these patterns actually for ourselves. A lot of us have broken out of these delusions and illusions. And we're starting to get higher vibration. I'm losing people, but oh well, I'm going to keep going with the reading because it's important. So it's very important to understand that not everything that we experience and that how we react is us. It's our ancestral patterns, and knowing how to do shadow work and get out of them. And warrior, be fearless and stand strong, and know that you're going to be seeing other people's ancestral patterns coming out. You're going to be starting to see all of this demonic or good stuff. You never know, but we have to be warriors in this time, and stand strong within our power. Okay. Because we're going to be experience. Sorry, I'm so tired. We're going to be experiencing and recognizing that some people are going to be starting to show their patterns, and we need to help them. And maybe by helping them, we can be warriors. If we can't help them, maybe we just have to help ourselves. Sometimes we can't help everybody. Sometimes it's just, you need to help yourself first, so do that first. Don't worry about other people, unless you feel like that'll help you, or that sounds kind of selfish, but sometimes we have to be a little selfish when we're fighting evil. Okay, so with the warrior, be fearless and stand strong. We have the magic guardian, unlock the magic within. It's time to figure out, okay, so all of these people who are nasty, evil, I have so much to say, but I'm not allowed to say it because my channel will get taken down. I could straight up say so many other things, but I just can't. So, be a warrior and also use your magic. And it doesn't mean that you have to cut somebody's hair off and get a drop of blood. You do your own magic as far as your heart magic goes, send out as much love and gratitude to yourself and your ancestors. Try to heal those ancestral patterns that are blocking you. It's going to be a challenge. We have the warrior here for a reason. It's going to be a challenge. There's going to be things that come up that are going to be very shocking, whether it has to do with you and your family or just things in the world. And if it's not shocking for you, it's going to be shocking for people around you who don't know what really is going on and has been going on. So you're going to have to be that warrior and try and keep balance, try and keep people, don't feed into their fear, don't feed into what they're experiencing, because you already know what's going on. You already have known what's going on. So unlock the magic within and figure out what is your special talent that can help people around you to heal just by you being in their vicinity. Do you paint? Do you know how to speak kindly to people? Do you know how to make a beautiful breakfast or a cake or whatever it is? Do you know how to make people happy? To heal, because happiness it is healing. So it can be as simple as that, magic, or it could be, I'm gonna put these herbs in here and I'm going to create this beautiful tea for my friend who is suffering to drink, that it has nothing but good intentions. That could be your magic. Whatever it is that in your heart and soul that makes people feel good. Music. Can you play music and calm people down and to make people feel more grounded, and just getting people to understand that this bullshit that's going on now and that we're going to start seeing more and more of has always been here. And now it's the reason why we're starting to see it is because it's time for it to shift. And just reminding people of that, this has always been here, but now it's our turn. It's the light, it's the love, it's all of our turn to start shifting the energy. And that's very, it's very flattering actually that we all get to be here for that and to know like we're all here for that reason. Um, we have the spirit fox, trust your talents in changing times. See? So sometimes when I pull cards, I'll go over it really quickly and then I'll kind of forget what I'm reading, and then stuff will start coming out of my mouth. And then when I see the card again, I'm like, oh, like I just literally just said all that. So trust your talents in changing times, because you know, not everybody is ready for what's to come, but some of us are. And some of us have already been aware. Not that all of us are like ready. And I'm not trying to be a fear monger. It's not a bad thing. It's like I said, it's always been here. Like all of this evil thing, all these people for many, many, many hundreds to thousands of years have always known how to use energy, how to manipulate people, or to make things beneficial for people. And so it's always been here. Yeah, it's just going to come to light more for people, and they might get a little freaked out. Like I know for me, I was freaked out when I first started hearing about all this craziness that's going on, you know, but I was also intrigued and I wanted to know more because I wanted to understand. Sometimes, like for me, I want to understand the darkness. But I have Scorpio rising and Scorpio moon in my Western chart, and I also have a lot of Rahu in my Vedic chart. So I've always kind of been interested in the dark side too. So I'll kind of go through it a little bit, like anxiety and stuff, and be like freaked out for a little bit, but then I'll start to kind of like know how to maneuver within it and start to shift it, because I don't like negativity and darkness and torture. No, of course not. Like I'm not a fucking psychopath. Some people are psychopaths and they really love it, but for me, no. And so I just like kind of took my power into a direction of where I knew that I could shift my own self and my reactions to it, which in turn changes the energy within your universe. And if everybody starts to do that, then we all come into unity. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I hope it did. Sometimes I go on tangents and I feel like sometimes I start channeling and the messages come out is faster than I can say it. And so sometimes I feel like I fumble on my words, or sometimes I don't really make a lot of sense. So I hope that made sense. It was really good seeing you guys. I'm going to go wash my face, brush my teeth, get ready for work tomorrow. And I hope you guys are doing really good and just, you know, sending out love, and you guys send out love to everybody else. And I love you guys so much and I miss you, but you know, push that notification bell because you never know when I'm going to come on. I'm for real. You really never know. All right, guys. Mwah! Much love. Peace.